hear me? Because there seems to be a technical hitch. I'm still trying to check whether there's a problem. Girish, are we okay? Girish, audio video. Yogini, are we okay? Sip Yogini, Sip Karan, Sip Chandra, Swamiji, Sip Sachidanand Swami, welcome back to the call. Sip Krishna, Sip Pankaj, Sip Vinita, Sip Parvati Amma, Sip Rajendra ji, Sip Vanita, Sip Dasi Bhuj, Sip Chidanand. Uh, Unfortunately, I am struggling because of the Wi-Fi, but I hope it will settle down. With that note, we are going to start. If I miss somebody, I apologize because of this technical hitch. But today the subject is difference between knowledge and realization. But before we get on the subject, I am not supposed to project the subject actually. If anybody wants to ask a question of yesterday's subject or any other question, first that, and then we come on to the main subject. This is our new policy. We are going to be starting this, but today's subject is very much connected to yesterday's subject. What is the difference between knowledge and realization? So who would like to start? Either asking questions of the previous or of now. Who would like to start? I'm not. So, Ruth Anu, Krishna, is the audio video okay? Can you hear me clearly? There's no. I'm getting a lag from your side. Okay, let's hope it settles down. Ruth Anu, then Krishna, then Ashok Chotwani. Yes, please start. Ruth Anu.
Shivoham Guruji.
Frozen. Krishna, Shivoham.
Shivoham Guruji. Guruji, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Continue, please.
Okay. Guruji, Tanu started with knowledge, but until and unless it was realized, knowledge was just theory. For example, previously I knew I have to remain in consciousness, but now most of the time I am in consciousness and correct my thinking.
Okay. So, what is the difference? I'm going to ask your patience to see if I can shift to another network. I'm sorry, but is Ananda, should we try to Ananda to Nirvana or should we try?
Yes, Guruji.
One second, I'm just saying, I'm just shifting a network, but I'm not sure whether this network is working or not. Okay, is this network good? How many of you can see me on the new network? I'm on another network now.
Yes, Guruji, we can see you.
In the new network?
Now we can see you.
Okay, so let's hope. One second. Yes, please. So let's start. I'm sorry. I moved to a new network with all due apologies. Go ahead. What is the difference between knowledge and realization?
One is theory and one is practical.
Yeah, that's not a complete answer. So it is a normal answer, but let's go deeper. Bala, Krishna, Chotwani. Bala, are you going to come online? Otherwise, Krishna. Please start.
गुरुजी प्रणाम गुरुजी
प्रणाम बोलो बाला
अरे मेरे को कल का नहीं समझा वो मोक्ष का व्हाट yesterday I didn't get that answer what you said.
Okay, so tell me, when you didn't get answer, what is the question?
Moksha or who seeks moksha?
Who gets moksha?
I didn't get the answer. I'm still jumbled.
That is why today's discussion is exactly continuation. When you're jumbled, it means you have the knowledge. You don't have realization. For getting moksha, you need realization.
Yeah. But yesterday I'm still not clear, Guruji.
Okay. So today we will clear. Today I
Okay.
hope we will not get into any unnecessary questions. We will try to clear yesterday's doubt. So Bala,
Okay.
stay on. Don't go anywhere. We are going to
No.
touch yesterday's question. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Dhanyavad, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you. Go on to the next, please.
Yeah.
Is it Krishna?
Yes, sir. Good evening. Sir,
Good
I'm
evening.
unable to see you.
Not able to see me?
No, but I can hear you.
Bliko, can you see me, Bliko?
Yeah, now yes. Now yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So the question was, what is the difference between knowledge and realization? I think
Correct.
it also comes in stages. First, the master is imparting knowledge to us. We ask questions, the knowledge get converted into wisdom. When our intellect is activated, the wisdom continues. If you practice, it continues to, like till then the knowledge was the master's. We did not get any experience. So from wisdom into experience, and when we experience the consciousness of the truth, and then it becomes our realization. For that, we have to transcend our body, mind, and ego.
So I'm going to ask you a question. And this question, Bala, I hope you're also on the call. And once again, Bliss and Sudeep and Chidanand, all of you, welcome. Unfortunately, I have not greeted you all well enough. But with Bala, Krishna,
Yeah.
there was a rich man who died in Arabia.
Okay.
He had 19 camels.
19 camels. Yes.
And he said that in his will, he said, 1/2 of my camels goes to my son. And 1/4 camels go to my daughter. And 1/5 camels goes to my loyal servant. So they started fighting. They started fighting because the son said 1/2 means I should get out of 19, 9.5 camels. So we have to cut one camel. So they all started saying we have to cut camels. But in the will, he said without cutting camels. So they were stuck. So what do we do?
I know
You know the answer?
Yeah, I know.
What happened? You know the answer.
I know the answer.
Okay, so you don't want to spoil by giving the answer.
No, I don't want to.
So this is a very complex situation for those who don't understand. Vanita, you know the answer, Vanita? So the son, the daughter, and the loyal servant started fighting. Then the executor of the will was the guru.
Yeah.
The guru came riding on the camel. The guru came riding on the camel and he told the son, the daughter, and the maid, you please take my camel. You please take my camel. Rajendra ji, आपने सुना ही है. You please take my camel. So now it is 20 camels. Don't fight. Half the son has to take. You take 10 camels and you go. 1/4 the daughter has to take. You take 5 camels and you go. 1/5 the maid has to take. You take 4 camels and you go. The guru sat on his camel and went away. How did it happen? How did it happen that the guru was able to come, because the guru had what is known as realization. He knew that there was a solution. So here, yesterday you all are still struggling, and today also you are struggling. What is the difference between realization and knowledge? Oh, it's a very deep subject. The deep subject is that realization is anubhuti. Knowledge is not enough. You can't have knowledge. It's definitely not enough. We need more of it. So let me try to come back to the network because I'm struggling. Administrator, unmute my main number. Am I clear now? I'm back in the subject. Is my signal okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
I apologize for this confusion. I am really sorry, but it's network issue. But we are back. So Krishna, realization is different from knowledge.
Yes.
If you are trying to get knowledge of realization, you can't get knowledge of realization, because realization is realization. So we are going to try. So you have anything more, Krishna, to ask, or you have anything about yesterday's question, or you want to let others ask?
This question was clear. And
Okay.
today, I think, yeah.
And today?
And today, this is what, see, unless the knowledge you get a direct experience, you
Yeah.
realize that, then you are not realize the truth consciousness.
Yeah.
I think
You
we
may
need
have-
to transcend body,
you may
mind.
have you may have all the knowledge that you get in a college. You
Yes.
may get all the knowledge, but that knowledge is not going to be realization. You need realization, and realization is the anubhuti. The anubhuti cannot be explained in words. So yesterday when I ended the call, I told you all
ऐसा है.
who gets moksha. I told you, you can't put in words who gets moksha. So this is the answer I gave you. You have to experience moksha. Moksha is only got after death. Who gets moksha? Now, after death, the body dies. There is no body. The mind and ego doesn't exist. Then who gets moksha? So this, I will hopefully today we will get to a more concrete understanding. I don't want to take it to the drag end of the call. By 8:15, 8:20 itself, we will try to attempt the answer. Ashok Chotwani. Thank you, Krishna. Ashok Chotwani.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, bolo Ashok.
Sir, the difference between knowledge and realization. Knowledge is achieved by external sources, whereas realization is internal experience and feelings. Further,
Good.
knowledge we can explain to anyone,
Yeah.
but realization we can't explain. It is feelings and experiencing.
So if you say I
it's-
have knowledge, I am not body, mind, ego, I am the soul, that does not mean you have realized you are the soul.
Yeah.
You can have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I love
knowledge-
I don't know how many of you heard me saying the story of the camel and the guru. It's one of my favorite stories. It's one of my favorite stories. शायर आपने सुना वो camel और guru का story? पहले सुना, आज सुना पहली बार. पहले सुना है. So it's a classic example. So good, let's go to
further, sir, one point I want to add.
yeah.
Knowledge can be transferred in realization with the help of realized guru.
Yeah, but that guru, every realized guru cannot make every seeker realize. So it is not the hand, it's not in the magical hand of the guru. My guru was trying to make many people realized, but he could not do it. It needs magic.
Yeah.
It not only needs guru, it needs magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bliko,
thank you, sir.
Sukeshini, Rajesh. Bliko, Sukeshini, and Rajesh. Yes, please.
Shivoham, everybody. Shivoham.
Sure. And we are also referring to yesterday's question in connection to today's topic. So please keep both in mind. Yes.
So it is a two different procedure. The knowledge is we can get it from books like Ashok said, and realization is the process, internal process, which is difficult to explain, because if I can give an example that if I have a problem of stomach pain, and if I have continued to do that, and then when doctor says, oh, you are eating this some food which is you are doing every day, stop that. And once I stop that, I will be out of that pain. So then I realize that, oh, because of this food I'm getting the pain. So eliminate that from my things. So knowing is not important. Shravan, you can get it by Shravan reading, means Shravan Manan and Nididhyas. The Nididhyas is not a word related to realization, because
Okay. So
that cannot be explained.
In that context, now can you tell who gets moksha?
Yeah. So realization. It is a question of realization. So it cannot be explained. One who is realized will get moksha.
So you realize that, or you need any question, or you realize what it is?
Yeah, I understand, because that is a question of realization. It is not a question of putting in the words or explanation or
But
something.
in terms of knowledge, you understand or you don't understand what is this moksha?
Yeah, I understand that way, that if you have get realized, then you are already on the moksha side.
So somebody
If you
can
don't
get
realize,
moksha,
it
but
is just a theory.
so somebody can get moksha, but to define who gets moksha is the challenge.
Moksha is difficult. Yeah, it's not
Thank
possible.
you. So Keshini.
Evening, sir.
Yes, Keshini, good evening.
Sir, knowledge is there, bookish knowledge is there. We gain it from various sources, and the yearning of the body conscious connects you through different gurus, and there is some connection where you get connected to a person, like I got connected to you, and there are many insights. Internal yearning has to be there, which gives you more experience and the intention of learning more. And realization happens when it can be any kind of situation.
Can you
When
give
you
me can you give me one sample of a realization?
like when the unexpected things happen suddenly, when
But
you
that's
never
not
expected.
okay. But that's not a see. Realization is, for example, example, somebody says, I am not the body. I
Correct.
am not the body. I understand I am not the body. But how do you realize it? When you realize I am not the body, then you don't live as the body. If you say I am not the mind, but whole day you're living as the mind, that means the realization has not come. So, so occasionally let's get everybody to give just some opinion, some more. You want to say something else? Because we are connecting the two topics, yesterday's topic and today's topic. So Rajesh Rao, he is very keen to talk of yesterday's topic. Rajesh Rao.
Ram Shivam, sir. So
Sure, sir.
what I feel is knowledge is like Ashok ji told, knowing something. Like sugar is sweet, that is knowledge. Realization is putting the sugar in the mouth. Then
Good.
even if you want to tell something, you cannot tell. Knowledge is something you get from others. When you get from others, it is same like throwing the bullet from the hand. But realization is bullet coming from the gun through the guru.
Good. क्या शायद क्या dialogue भी आप लोग इतने masters इतने dialogue मारते हैं. I am impressed. Now tell me, what's your confusion about yesterday, Shahid? Who gets moksha? What's your confusion?
We could not concluded that actual right answer. I understand. Sometimes I said shunya to shunya. Purnamidam to Purnamidam is moksha. So
But-
moksha is nothing you get something नहीं है वो. You have to experience it. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना अक्सर मैं नहीं तुम हो जाता हूँ हर चीज में गुम हो जाता हूँ. Logically you cannot understand this.
शायर भी हमारा शायर आके क्या शायरी बोलता है हमारे को.
You have to experience this.
शायर हमारे को गुम कर देता है. Okay. So my dear friends, I am going to once again greet each one of you because I missed the signal in the morning. Sip Rutanu, Sip Bliss, Sip Rajesh, Sip Krishan, Sip Kailash, Sip Suvinay, Sip Rumataji, Sip Ashok, Sip Eru, Sip Krishna, Sip Sukeshni, Sip Biko, Sip Samatma, Sip Rajinder, Sip Girish, Sip Yogini, Sip Paratiyama, Sip Pankaj, Sip Tina, Sip Sudeep, Sip Vanita, Sip Chidanand, Sip Buddh, Sip Atmatrai, Sip Motkula Anand, Sip Swami Sachidananda, Sip Sanjeev, Sip Ashok Nichani, Sip Sangam, Sip Rekha, Sip Vijay Kumar, Sip Padma, Sip Vanita, Sip Pushpa, and the rest of you whom I cannot see. No, the call started with a very unfortunate blimp. There was no clarity. But today's call is very important because it's a continuation of yesterday's call, and Rajesh has still left something. And many of you, even Bala came and said, who gets moksha? It's not clear. It's not clear because there is no realization. There is no realization that I am nothing. When there's the realization I am nothing, I become everything. There is no realization I am nothing. This whole problem that I think I am BME, I am the body, mind, ego, is leading to the cause that we want moksha. We are seeking for moksha and we need to seek. Now, some people are asking, oh, that means that we don't need moksha. No, we need moksha. We need moksha because we are trapped in ignorance. We are a jivatma. We are a body, mind, ego complex. In reality, we are the soul, but we are caught in avidya. Therefore, because we are caught in avidya, we need moksha. But the moment we get moksha, we don't need moksha. Okay? There's a prisoner in the prison. There's a prisoner in the prison. He's inside the prison. Who needs liberation? He needs liberation. He's inside the prison. Correct? Now the prisoner comes outside the prison. Who needs liberation? No, he doesn't need liberation because he's outside the prison. He's already outside the prison. As long as he's inside the prison, he thinks he needs liberation because he thinks he's imprisoned. He thinks he's in the prison, but actually he's not in the prison. It's his imagination that he's in the prison. We are imagining, we are body, mind, ego complex. That's why we are trying to use knowledge to get realization. We cannot. We have to have the spark of realization. We have to have anubhuti. So let us continue. Kiran Kathuria, Krishan, Suvinay, Kailash. Kiran ji, Rumata ji बताइए.
प्रणाम गुरुजी, शिवोहम.
प्रणाम. बोलिए माता जी.
Guruji, knowledge we are getting from you, your bhajans, reading your books, your spiritual discourses, Monday bhajans, and Ask AiR, which is removing our doubts. But realization is aproksha anubhuti. हमें सच का एहसास हो जाता है. That is realization. For example, आपका भजन ही मुझे तो ये बात प्रूव करता है. ये बात कुछ अजीब है, इंसान ही भगवान है. इंसान एक व्यक्ति नहीं, वो आत्मा की शक्ति है.
तो अभी इसका नॉलेज है.
ये अप्रोच अनुभूति हो जाएगी तो रियलाइजेशन हो जाएगी.
हाँ, बट वो अनुभूति कैसे होगी? तो इसलिए तो ये क्वेश्चन आता है, who gets moksha? This question is supposed to make you go round in circles. Rajesh Shayad, Bala, this question is supposed to take you round and round in circles till you realize who gets moksha.
गुरुजी, actually, जो कल आप मुस्कुरा रहे थे हर एक सेंटेंस के बाद, मुझे तो उसी में ही रियलाइजेशन हो रहा था. आप मंद मंद मुस्कुरा रहे थे पूरा घंटा. मुझे तो उसी में एहसास हो रहा था कि
but Rumata ji, you know, in this another bhajan, don't I say अनुभूति ये ऐसी हो जाती है, एहसास सच का हो जाता है, आंखों से कुछ दिखता ना है, महसूस सच का हो जाता है, इसका कोई परोक्ष नहीं, अंतर्ज्ञान यूं ही हो जाता, अनुभूति सच की होती, अपरोक्ष अनुभूति ये है. तो ये अपरोक्ष अनुभूति, this is realization. Realization is approach anubhuti, and this call is taking us every day forward. Every day this call is taking us step by step. But I want you all to be able to get that anubhuti. I'm trying hard.
गुरुजी, आपने कल बताया था ना कि सबका मिक्सचर, सबका निचोड़ ही जो है वो है रियलाइजेशन.
नहीं, तो see, realizations are many. अगर रियलाइजेशन 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 हो जाएगा, when you get all the realizations, it is enlightenment. ये अपरोक्ष अनुभूति एहसास होगा. एहसास or realization happens one by one. Many of you have got many realizations, many of you. But how many of you have got the spark of enlightenment? In the spark of enlightenment, there's no need to talk. You experience it. You experience that mukti, moksha only in the moment of death, but you experience the freedom from body, mind, ego. It's not easy. It's not easy to be in a state of Satchidanand, to be in a state of Samadhi, to be in a state of Chaturyam. It's not easy. But this is what today's topic is and a connection of yesterday's topic. Thank you, Rumata ji. Krishan.
Guruji.
Shivam Guruji.
Go, yeah.
According to me, knowledge is a thing that come through external sources like books or through experience. But all of us are need anubhuti, so we need self-realization or God realization.
Excellent.
Which,
Well put.
which
So who gets moksha?
a self-realized person is got moksha. Like for the example, uh, Rajkumar Siddharth is a knowledgeable person. He have everything from the world. But when he become Buddha, he got moksha.
No, he didn't get moksha. He became Buddha. He became
He
Buddha.
became Buddha.
Moksha or nirvana happened in the moment of death. But who
Okay.
got moksha?
A
Who got?
self-realized person.
No.
A yogi.
See, hold on.
A yogi. According to
Hold
me,
on.
yogi is
Wait,
the
wait.
perfect.
1 minute. The yogi is not the body. The body is only made up of cells. Every cell is Atma.
Yeah.
The mind and ego does not exist. The soul is not in bondage. The soul does not need moksha. Therefore, who gets moksha? This answer I told you all yesterday, this answer has to be realized. This answer cannot be defined in words. If somebody defines in words and tells you soul gets moksha, body gets moksha, jivatma gets moksha, it can be debated. It can be debated spiritually, intellectually. We are not supposed to debate it. We know what is moksha. We know, I'm just making a point clear. Bala, please make note, because Bala asked this. Rajesh Shair, please make note. We know the meaning of moksha. The meaning of moksha is a person who is in bondage, living in a body, the mind and ego carrying its karma, returning to earth in a rebirth again and again and again. That individual needs to get mukti, moksha. We understand that. But who is the one that gets moksha? Chidanand will tell you, Jagat Mithya Prabhu Satya. There is nobody, there everything is, what is other Ekvam, what you all say, the other quote, everything in this world is nothing but Brahman. Everything in this world is Sip. There is nothing in this world except Sip. Therefore, in reality, everybody is already free. But we are in bondage because of ignorance, because of avidya. Now, does avidya have to get moksha? No, avidya cannot get moksha. Avidya is the state in which a jivatma who's come back to settle karma is trying, and this needs realization. That's why today's topic. Today's topic, can you get knowledge of this? You cannot get knowledge of this. You need realization. So don't get confused. My point is today, don't get confused. Subhinay. Subhinay, and then we have got Kailash, Bliss. Yes.
Guruji, we, as all of us said, that knowledge is knowing, but knowing will not help. It knowing and doing with experience is wisdom. We haven't spoken about wisdom. When knowledge and wisdom is mixed and we practice it, then we are able to be self-realized, and we should have only one purpose. The focus should be one. The focus is of realization only. Then only we can get realized and enlightened, and after that, when we leave this body, we get moksha.
Very beautifully said. Our goal is, therefore, my dear friends, who gets moksha, who wants realization, let us be very clear. It is the one, and comes to the 8 stages of spiritual awakening. It is the jigyasu, who is a mumukshu. The mumukshu who is a jigyasu becomes a jnani, becomes a yogi, becomes a buddha. He lives as a sthit pragya. He lives as a sthit pragya, becomes a jivan mukta. Then he's living as a Satchidanand Atma. The moment he's a Satchidanand Atma, in the moment of death, when he's free from the body, he is automatically liberated. But the Satchidanand Atma is only an Atma. It's only Shakti. This has to be realized. And this is not knowledge. When water in the fridge, when will it become ice? When the water will crystallize. When will you get this realization? When the truth you realize, when you overcome ignorance. Therefore, you need to continuously be on this subject till such time that the spark of realization comes alive. Thank you, Kailash and Bliss. Kailash?
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
Knowledge is getting from the external sources.
Yeah.
Maybe the mentor, maybe the every external things, okay, by the books or
Yeah,
the spiritual groups or the different channels, okay, we get knowledge. And the realization is the practical thing that we need that knowledge to be, we follow that knowledge that there should not be any person or human beings not suffer by me is the realization. Not any person, any jeev. कि मेरे उससे if I am stepping one step, then I need to see that there's कोई चींटी ना मर जाए मेरे उससे, कुछ कीड़ा ना मर जाए मेरे से. तो every step when I am moving, I need to in my realization that there should not be.
Okay, well said.
That is called
Well said,
realization.
well said, Kailash. Bliss, you want to say something, Bliss? Bliss, and yes, Bliss.
Shvam, dear Shvam,
Yeah.
everyone. You can read what I write, please.
Okay, Bliss. Knowledge is the fact of knowing about a certain thing and realizing is becoming fully aware of something as a fact. So who gets moksha? It's the same as saying who looks through the eyes. He says who gets moksha? Bliss says the one who's looking through the eyes. The eyes are looking, but who's looking through the eyes? See this girl, French girl in Canada. She gives an analogy which I appreciate. Thank you, Bliss. Very, very well said. So who's looking through the eyes? Yes.
I have many questions. We want
And you
to
have
get right of karma. Karma is mind and ego. He carry karma.
Yeah.
So we want liberation of what? We want liberation of karma.
We want to be liberated from karma, and we have carrying karma because of ignorance. Because we think I am I. I think I am this body. I am the mind and ego, and I am living. I am living like this body. I am attached to people, to possessions, to pleasures. I am addicted as the body. That's why I am suffering and I'm creating karma. When I realize I am the soul, when I realize I am not the body, not the mind, not the ego, when I realize, not when I know, when I realize, then I drop all the karma. When I drop all the karma, there is no rebirth. In that moment, I get mukti. In the moment of death, then there is moksha.
So only in your hands get liberated.
How does ignorance get liberated? By when we get realization, how does the darkness in the room go away? In the room there is full darkness. How does it go away?
Open the light.
You open the light. Same way. How does the ignorance go away? When there is enlightenment. When you switch on the light inside and you realize I am Atma, I am soul, I am not the body, mind, ego. This realization leads to liberation.
It's very hard to.
No,
it's like
hard to understand or hard to attain.
It's hard to attain because it's light turn around and we don't find really the.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard to attain. If you contemplate what is my birth, what was I when I was born 9 months before, if you contemplate death, you can easily realize I am not this body. You can realize I am not mind. There is no mind. You can realize I am the soul. It is not difficult. It is not This is enough. This is enough to contemplate. If you are fully committed to contemplating on this, it is enough to get enlightenment, enough to get moksha.
Okay.
But we are distracted. But we are going to mind. We are not in consciousness. We are not in yoga. The problem is making us sink in bhoga. Thank you. Yogini.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Yogini.
So, I have a question on moksha. That is from the 8 stages, from 1 to 4, till the yogi, like he is okay, like okay, he has the knowledge and he's living the life that way. But
Yeah.
from Buddha to Satchidanand Atma,
Yeah.
they are liberated already, isn't it? Because that's why they've come to that stage.
No. Let's be clear. So what Yogini is saying that in the beginning we are a mumukshu, we are a jigyasu, we are a jnani, we are a yogi. Then we become a Buddha. We become awakened. Okay? An awakened person is not yet liberated. An awakened person may still fall in bhoga. Then we attain the state of sthit pragya. What is the state of sthit pragya? The state of sthit pragya is a state of steady intellect. We are no more in the mind state. We are locked in chit, in consciousness. When we are locked in consciousness, in chit state, the intellect is activated. Now, then therefore sthit pragya is very important. Yesterday even Swamiji told us sthit pragya. After the state of sthit pragya, then only jivan mukta. The sthit pragya becomes a jivan mukta. He is free. Then only you become a Satchidanand Atma. So now you tell your question. Now you explain your question.
So for them, where does the moksha arise, sir? They have already realized, isn't it?
Correct. So therefore who gets moksha? The person has already got moksha, but they are living in the body. Therefore there is actually nobody gets the moksha. Once you get mukti, nobody gets the moksha.
Correct. Now I understand.
If you want me to define in English language, a person who is enlightened and realized and lives like a yogi, liberated, will attain at the moment of death of the body, the lotus feet of the Lord. Now, this cannot be so clearly defined in English language because it is just like saying, I'm asking you another question. Does the wave become one with the ocean?
The wave is the ocean only.
But it looks like the wave is becoming one with the ocean. Now the wave splashes on the beach, then it becomes one with the ocean. So what is this?
The wave has to realize that
the wave doesn't have to realize. The wave has no atma to realize. You have to realize. You have to realize that the wave becoming one with the ocean is Maya, is a cosmic illusion. You are seeing the wave coming out of the ocean, going back into the ocean, coming out of the ocean, going back into the ocean. You are seeing Yogini is coming, Yogini should get moksha, then Yogini will become. No, Yogini is already Sip. That's why in the book, ISIS, I am soul. Soul is Sip. I am Sip. Sip is in all. You need the realization. Then you already got moksha, but you have not got moksha because you're still in the body. So who gets moksha? Only when you leave the body, you get moksha. But when you leave the body, who gets moksha? You have left the body, you're not the body. Then who gets moksha? Therefore, when you're in the body, you can't get moksha. And when you're out of the body, you can't get moksha. Then who gets moksha? This needs realization. Yes, Girish. And then Vijay Kumar. Girish and Vijay Kumar.
I feel if we take into consideration the absolute standpoint and the relative standpoint from which we speak about moksha or who attains moksha, we may be able to arrive at a agreeable conclusion. Because from the absolute standpoint, there is no one in bondage, no one in liberation, already liberated. But from the relative standpoint, there is an individual, there is a world from which he needs moksha. So even if he is a realized person, sthit pragya or jivan mukta or anything, from outside, others look at him as an individual. So after his death, we say he was an realized soul. He got moksha like that. So moksha can be talked about only from the relative standpoint, not from the absolute standpoint.
So what you're saying is when we look at somebody, we can say that person got moksha. But
Yes.
that person doesn't get moksha because that person was always a manifestation of the divine. Good. And I don't know how many people will understand what Girish is saying from an absolute point of view and from a relative point of view. But therefore, from a spiritual angle, actually we are all liberated souls. But in the material world, we are, let me say it like this, from a spiritual point of view, we don't need moksha. But from this material world, we need moksha because we are in bondage. We are in this body. We are a mind and ego. We are carrying karma. We are full of ignorance. Therefore, we need moksha. In this call, we all need moksha. If we don't get moksha, we will be reborn. It is a reality in the illusion. In the drama, it is real that the actor is shooting. The Gabbar Singh is cutting the hand of Sanjeev Kumar. It is real in the movie. It is only a movie, but it is real in the movie. So when we realize it's a movie, then there's no Gabbar Singh and there's no Thakur Baldev Singh. They all are only actors on the stage.
One more point.
Yeah.
Even in the real dream state, the objects appear solid and we experience them as
Beautiful.
solid objects only.
Beautiful. Girish gives such a classical end to the call. Vijay Kumar, quick comment. Girish says in the dream, it all looks real. And we think that it's actually happening. The dream is happening. But in reality, it's not happening. It's just a dream. This samsara also is a dream. This dream is called Maya. Everything is Maya. And so every day at 8 o'clock, we try our best to evolve. I hope this 2 day session has helped you all. Bala, if you want to make a comment quickly after Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar, quick comment, and then Bala. And Shair, who asked for this session. So I'm only giving Bala and Shair to speak after Vijay Kumar. Yes, Vijay Kumar.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Namaskar, bolo.
Namaskar, everyone. Guruji, that knowledge is that which binds us is knowledge, but that which leads us to the bondage is knowledge. And that knowledge which creates more and more ego, whereas that realization is that when we get that which leads us to silence and stillness, that is realization.
Good.
And
He's giving a very high point. Vijay Kumar is giving a very Gyani point of view. Thank you, Vijay Kumar. Quick response from Shair and Bala. Quickly, before we close. Only few seconds. Shair and Bala, please unmute. Shair, you're clear today. Some clarity is come or you still need closure? And Bala.
Yeah, Pranam Guruji.
Bolo Bala.
I'm clear with that. We are just playing our part. This is the natak is going on, and we are just playing our part. And part play करके हम लोग again we have to be with our join with our self.
And as long as you don't realize that this is a drama, this is a leela, and you are playing, you need moksha. Bala needs moksha.
Yeah.
But the moment you realize I am not Bala, it's just my name, I am not the body, my ego, then you're already mukt. When you're already mukt, you will automatically get moksha. Nobody needs moksha because the moment you are mukt and you continue to live a life of a Buddha, you don't need moksha. You already attained it.
Yeah,
Who attained it? Who attained it? Not you, because you are not you.
Yeah.
Who attained it? Not you, because you are not you. You think you are you, but you are not you. So this is not something that you can have knowledge about. This you need realization. Shair, jaldi bolo Shair, before we close.
मैं सिर्फ गुरुजी one more point. मैं सिर्फ देखने वाला ही हूँ. बाकी मेरा कुछ भी हस्ती नहीं है.
आप देखने वाला भी नहीं है, सुनने वाला भी नहीं है.
Because that is only the power to this thing, ना गुरुजी.
आप तो प्रभु की शक्ति है. आप एक व्यक्ति नहीं, आप एक शक्ति है. So you will, Bala, this will slowly sink into you. You come on the call every day and you will share jaldi.
कम वक्त यही भूल हमेशा करता रहा. धूल चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना मलता रहा.
कम वक्त यही तो भूल मैं करता रहा. धूल आईने पे थी.
धूल चेहरे पे थी.
धूल चेहरे पे थी.
आईने
को साफ करता रहा. So Shair always brings a beautiful end to it. Thank you, my dear friends, for your patience and your participation in this call. With folded hands, I bow down to you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 8.